Men in Black is a concept that's been in the UFO field since really the beginning of the UFO field, essentially.
What is the true mission of the Men in Black? Is it the suppression of information regarding UFOs and extraterrestrials?
Albert K. Binder founded the International Flying Saucer Bureau in 1952 during the big UFO flap. Now, these figures were very dark in nature. They were wearing hats, almost like a fedora style, and they had glowing eyes.
Yeah, it all seems pretty horrible, especially if they threaten you or threaten your family, and you're not sure if they're from another planet or not.
What Jacobs said in the aftermath of that was that he was subject to a range of harassment type of activities. Some of these things would include threatening phone calls at all times of the day, and even to vandalism against his property damage.
There is no more exciting story that I could write or Aviation Week could publish than to say, at last, we've come across one UFO report that cannot be explained in prosaic terms. Maybe this is an alien spaceship. Biggest story of all time.
Of these objects, and that's why the response could be as fast as it was to Westall. That's why the military could get there as quickly as they did that day, because there was some, if you like, forewarning in the suburb of Baldwin, about 20 kilometres from Westall, just 4 days before the Westall incident.
Take Richard Doty, former special agent of the Air Force who was tasked with infiltrating the UFO community to instill doubt and misinformation of UFO encounters.
Men in Black have always been present in the UFO community since back in the 50s and 60s.
This story follows an age-old pattern of a prominent Men in Black cover-up. A UFO incident occurs. Experiencers witness something that shouldn't exist in our conventionally understood reality.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. This is Captain Doc Skinner on board the Starship Pariah, and this is the Doc Force. Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday, and it's not the 1st of September, 2022. Yes, I just stamped that. So if you were to watch this later, you knew it probably wouldn't be live. But anyway, hope you're all having a decent day. Did you get some stuff done? Did you do something good for someone else today? Did you open a door? Did you let somebody cut in line or do something to pay it forward? Well, a lot of people are going to be out and about this weekend and this extended weekend. So, just remember, be good to one another. Okay. Don't get into situations that you don't need to get into. That's all I'm going to say on that. So, whew, time to fuel up real quick. Oh yeah. All right, so let's see who's here. It's we got Rick Mackey with Get Esoteric. We were mentioning last night. If you haven't gone to his YouTube page, head on over there. I think now because he's on the Get Esoteric YouTube link, maybe you can click on that and I'll take you to his link. Maybe that's why he's doing that instead of Rick Mackey, which brilliant. So I'm guessing. And then from down under, we've got Mr. B. And by the way, Mr. B, I got him all the way from Australia. I got the badge too, by the way. This is a cool one. This is like an official one that Velcro, and you stitch the back of the Velcro into the uniform. This is awesome. So thank you very much. I will be wearing these. I love hats. If people don't know, I love hats. That and pops. I have to admit, I never thought of myself as a collector, but those pop characters, but they're very, the ones I get are very specific. They're ones that somehow influenced or made an impact in my life. Most of them are movie characters, or things from my childhood, that kind of thing. But yeah, they're just cool as can be. Let's see. We also have Terry. Terry's here. Good evening. How are you, dear? Rick Mackey, Doc Force is on. Yes, I am live and in person via the interwebs. Let's see. Everybody saying hello to everybody. Okay, so it seems like a small group tonight, but that's okay. Good with me. They're probably scared of the title. We're not going to be, casting spells or anything like that. Or are we? Or are we not already? That's what I want to talk about. Because, everybody, so many people that are kind of awake. Oh, shoot. I got to put this away. I'm playing with a Velcro on this. I'm starting to fidget. Okay. I'm going to put this on a jacket or something. This is awesome, Mr. B. Thank you so much. I mean, this is like legit. Yeah, this is legit. And I've got a flight suit, for costume and stuff. But yeah, this is badass. And then, of course, the United States Space Force. A little bit of NASA in there just to balance it out. And then, yeah. Now, I need to see if they have any for SSP, Secret Space Program, even though that's kind of what this is evolved from. But either way, so I want to talk about, and you guys can jump in the chat room and we can discuss. And oh wait, I did say I keep my word. And if I haven't kept my word, it's because I just forgot. But that's very, very rare. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna slap this in here. So anybody wants to jump in, I might get, deep and heavy with this. It involves a lot, politics and entertainment and education, all kinds of things, right? The law. And I pondered on it just earlier today thinking, whoa, here we go. Rick Mackey's right on top of it. Let's get him in. Let's see, Rick Mackey, add him in here. How you doing, sir? 1 second. Steel Raptor. Hey, how you doing? Oh, and I didn't click on people. Did I? Did I click on everybody? Yeah, I did. I think I did. Dear Rachel's here. Hello, Rachel. How are you, dear? Just made it. We're just getting ready to get started. I've posted a link for anybody that would like to jump in on this. Now, this isn't for like a whole debate thing. This is just some questions that I want to bring up that I don't think many people think about on a daily basis. And that is spelling. Words that we use cast spells. They can influence, they can restrict people from doing things, all by the power of words. And from my research over decades, I've come to feel, I don't want to say I've come to fully find, but what I've accumulated is that when Babylon happened and it was destroyed by God, when we got someone else. Oh my goodness gracious, this is awesome. Hello, Malia. Good evening, dear. How are you? Now I'm not doing this show to ruffle anybody's feathers. I'm just kind of that's what I meant. I didn't want to ruffle your feathers, Malia. Where'd you go? What?
Hang on, just a second.
Oh, I was like, wow, that's the record.
Wait, I gotta go get my ship, okay?
Yeah. So nobody needs to bust out candles or anything during this episode. It's not like that. I just want to talk about it. And Mr. B's also, he's saying, I would jump in, but I'm still in bed late night last night. Okay, fully understand. Yeah, it's really late for him. It's morning. It'll be morning soon. And, Australia representing, because you guys are always in the house, and I love you guys. Elise Marie's here. Welcome. We got a fan. Rick. Okay, Diana Spirit Wolf here says, hi, Doc. Practicing shamanic witch here. What you got? Okay, like I said, let me just lay this out here. I don't want to get into anything heated or anything. I want to talk about stuff. I don't want to get into certain religions. It's just the aspect of how our words came from symbols, and symbols came from the lack of language it was taken from everybody, in Babylon, hence babbling, and they started using symbolism, and that's how they would communicate. And then it turned into letters, and now, anyway, that's what I want to talk about. That and the law, how the law, any law really, that's kind of like casting a spell, because you're putting these words down and people are abiding by it. It's controlling people, if not consciously, subconsciously. So anyway, on that note, Audrey's here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody get excited. Hello, Audrey. And I want to get to Malia and Rick real quick on your thoughts on this. And I could be completely wrong on all of it. Who knows? But from what I've learned over the years, that's what I've accumulated, that's the progression. And now we use symbolisms in more than just words. We see all the triangles and pyramids and all the other symbols in music videos and movies and whatnot. I came up with this when I was thinking, God, we are just a subdued society. We act like we want to get angry, but we don't really do shit. I mean, we think we might, but even in the end, it's like we always end up going, okay, but I'm still angry. Or things would have changed a long time. I don't know. I could be wrong, Rick. That's why I wanted to bring you in, and Lee as well, and anybody else that wants to come in, because and I'm not here to, and I don't want this to get like hot and heavy or anything. I just want to talk about it because I was on my mind and I didn't have another show topic.
So you're basically saying that people are easily letting things go when there's a major event or things that happen in the world where you feel like people should stand up and take a stand like they did on January 6th, right?
Well, not that I'm not saying want to incite anything. It's
No,
just
no.
I hear a lot of talk. And then we had this issue the other day where I myself, I woke up and I had this just feeling of sadness, depression, hopelessness, but with no root cause that I was aware of. And that's what it wasn't, I felt it, but I didn't act depressed. I was more confused going, why am I feeling this way? So I posted something on Facebook saying, does anybody ever just felt this way and not know why? And
Yeah.
I just got this stream of response saying, yeah, today or yesterday, past few days, it's been really intense. People are saying it's the Schumann resonance. And that's what Brooks Agnew said last time I showed was the Schumann resonance. And other people are saying it's other things. I kind of threw in the conspiracy cell towers. Did you just touch a button?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Sounds like you're vacuuming the living room.
All right, hold on. I may have to sign back in.
No, that's better. That's better.
Okay.
I was just waiting for this maid. I was just waiting for this maid to come through the back of your spaceship with a vacuum. Anyway,
what's going on there.
No, but you sound fine. You being slick with 2 cameras now. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm not. Something happened there with my whole setup here.
Anyway, we'll let Rick get to that. So, okay, I'll just make it this simple question to everybody. What are your thoughts on the fact that all these symbols and words that are like spells in today's society? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I think that there is such a thing as hypnotism, right? And mass psychosis or whatever that they're talking about, mass formation psychosis. I believe those things exist, and I believe that they do have some kind of influence over us. But I think for the people who are aware of these influences and they know they're in the sort of the ambient environment, that you can sort of not be quite as affected by it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of, I think the best way to kind of describe it is if someone really wanted to cause, a mass psychological trick, it could be like a magician saying, "Oh my God, did you see that? Did you see?" And then they start telling them what they see, and other people want to get in on it. So like, "Oh yeah, I saw that too," and yeah, it was this, and they add to it, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think that happens a lot with information. It's kind of like the old remember when we were young, they had this game called Telephone where they line all the kids up one behind the other in a line on the ground, and they tell the person in the back something, and that person whispers in the next person's ear up front, and then so on and so on and so on. And when they get to the very front, it's nothing that was said in the first time, because people they change things. Not always conscious.
They don't remember the whole story, so as it gets passed down, it's sort of been distorted.
Right. But yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I don't know if that's sort of the same thing, as sort of being influenced by thought or these ideas that might influence thinking. But the story being sort of lost over time, maybe like the Bible, stories of the Bible or whatever, would have an effect, but
religion
is
a form of control. Thing. Yeah, but religion is a form of control and kind of like a political party. You have to believe what we believe. And I'm a Christian. Everything. I don't go to church, but I'm not a great Christian. I mean, no one is, but we do our best. But I didn't like the manipulations that I would see. I didn't like seeing I saw through stuff, basically. So, and I just didn't want to be involved in that. Malia, what do you think?
Well, I wonder in kind of continuing the conversation, really a speculation, I wonder if in the part about why don't we stand up, we know it's wrong. Why don't we do something about it? Why don't we stand up and say freedom?
Well,
I think it comes from hundreds of years of oppression and people, or that governing body, really silencing people who do stand up and making an image out of them. Go ahead.
And I really try not to get too crazy on the political aspects of things on my show. I try to keep it light, but the Prez just had this little teleprompter thing he did tonight, and it felt what is it when they call someone that's doing something bad to you? They're being reflective and they're telling you what they're doing to you, but that you're doing it. What is that called?
Narcissism.
Projection.
Projection. Projection. Thank you very much. That's what I felt like the whole speech was. He was sitting there just, Republicans, MAGA, bad, horrible. But yet he turns around and says, but everybody has to have the right to say what they want and all this. And it's so double speak. And yet he says they want violence and they want to cause all this havoc. But yet his party, they were okay with the burning down of cities and the deaths of many people. And it's sickening to hear. I wish that we just didn't have all the politics. I'm ready for utopia. Let's get it on. I mean, Jesus, Elon, you got that neuron thing going? Let's do it. I'm ready. I mean, geez, it's just, it's irritating. But yeah, I back to what we were saying is, music it casts a spell on people. It entrances people, no matter what kind of music it is. Everybody's got something that it holds on to their soul. They relate to it. They love the beat, something. And that's all it's mathematical. Music is mathematical, and sounds that they use and frequencies, that's all mathematical. Most albums from major record labels, they're put on the master reel is put on an altar, and then they bad spirits, and they put it into that master, and that's what they duplicate, send out. And so people will hear this. I mean, God, have you not heard some of the crap music out right now that makes no sense? Compare lyrics to some of the songs today compared to back in the 80s or 60s. Completely, I mean, real stuff. So it's because of the music and the frequencies. That's why when you go to electronic music festivals and stuff like that, it gets you up to a certain thing and it gets everybody going because it's pulling at your chest. I mean, it's methodical, and it's good stuff. It sounds great. But also TV, movies, books. These people are using words that influence, that inspire, that depress, that make people want to go to war, all with words. And in a sense, you can just imagine somebody, if they're just sitting there. Well, nowadays, that's basically it. You can sit here and you can da 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 da, and now it's all over the world. Instantly.
Did you know, actually?
Sorry, I told you I was going to get crazy deep.
There are only 4 people who write all of the songs, all of the major songs now. It's been that way for almost 15 years. You should know that. You were in the industry, right?
Well, it is true. And sometimes, because they have ghostwriters and whatnot,
right.
And they get these people because, one, they get their soul. They trap them one way or another. Mm-hmm. Some of them do get out, thank God. But they're used because of their looks, their talents, or their view counts on Instagram. Because that's actually, that's how they pick musicians now. It's not, how many CDs you sold or downloads. It's the number of followers you have. That is the number one importance in the music industry.
That's right. That's why my music is so sexualized now. It's all about, just getting people to view. That's it. They don't care about the talent as much anymore. And it's really sad to see.
Yeah.
The super talent's always going to be super, and you're always going to have those followers. But these other ones that are sort of, semi-okay, and they have all these followers because they're prancing around on the stage or something.
Right. Right. And all that stuff casts a spell. Look at the Travis Scott concert in Astroworld.
Unreal.
Well, I don't know if you remember that stuff put me in a hole. I wasn't even on the air. I was in such a bad place going down that rabbit hole, learning, and that went back to ancient symbolism. And I mean,
I think a lot of that's hypnotic, though. Like we were saying, it's like hypnotizing the whole crowd. You also have an environment where they've locked down maybe the AC system isn't working as well. People felt hot, stuffy. They felt crowded, overcrowded. They created an environment of fear is what they did. And they also have these sonic weapons. They're using the speakers as a sonic weapon to kind of like really just bombard these people and to get that adrenaline flowing. And, that's when you're going to have people panicking, dropping to the floor, all the stuff that happened there. It was just horrible.
And for like 8 hours before the event, they had the sound system going full blown, but it was a low hum and clacking,
right?
Very, very hell sounds for 8 hours. And so that's going to take all of those people, even the ones that came in here. Oh my God, I can see Travis Scott.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Oh man, you're dead. I mean, it was.
Yeah, they're totally in a trance. Totally.
It is in a trance. Plus, on TV and film, you have the theta and beta waves, all that stuff that just gets you to do this.
They're using science. On people. They can modify the way you think. They can bring you into a deep depression. They can bring you into the highest of highs. It just depends on how they want to, control people. And I wonder if his music, because I don't follow people like that at all. I wonder if his music is generally like that, and it sort of attracts that kind of person who is susceptible to depression or whatever, or maybe aggression even.
Well, it's like back in our day, it was like Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails, and all the gothic music that attract everybody. It was like, I just hate life, but I'll sit here and waddle left and right in the corner with my water. Anyway, all right. So Rachel says, I agree with Malia. It is partly that we have been repressed and don't have any idea what we can or should do. All right, Malia.
No, yeah, like that is okay. Let's take. I don't know if this is probably okay on your show. Okay, so we have a problem in the United States with Child and Family Services taking people's kids, right?
Yes.
Why don't they put the mothers or the fathers, whoever they're going against, most cases it's the mothers, and they put them in a situation where they can't say anything. They have their kid. They have your kid. So if you go out on social networks and this kind of stuff, they're watching your social network. You have anything to say about them, they know about it. And it's like they're holding your child in leverage, right? So just a major example of how this works in the States, to where they silence us with rules, with agendas, with all of this. You have to obey here. You have to obey there. Don't break the speed limit. Don't, run through a stop sign. All of these things, while our governing bodies and agencies are writing so many rules that they can't even keep up with the ones that they're writing, much less tell us how we're supposed to keep all of those. And so I think it just is a matter of hundreds of years of Europe, British kind of type of control that uses a very vicious manner of, and they've proven it, hundreds of years of proving how vicious their warfare is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
everyone's afraid to act. So, like when these people went to the school boards to fight against what they were seeing their kids were being subjected to in these programs at the school system, what did they do? They turned on them. They put on, on the Department of Defense or one of those. They were saying that they were domestic terrorists, for actually speaking out against it. And, and then of course they're impassioned. They're going to be angry. They're going to be upset what they're seeing, and they want action,
Yeah, like
they work for us. It's not the other way around, but they got this all mixed up, So they create that environment of fear. Again, it's just creating that fear, That's why people don't act.
What's wild is I've pointed out in the past on my show this movie called Revelation. It was a Christian movie, and it came out in 94 or 96. And it incorporated Oculus goggles with virtual world, and you would meet the Messiah, which was Macaluso, the Antichrist. And it was him as AI, but he was able to interact individually with all of the different people around the world who all got goggles. Every person on the planet got these goggles. And they are identical to the Oculus design. It's crazy. And if you took his sign, he would heal you. If you couldn't walk, you could walk. If you couldn't see, you could see. And if you didn't, then you lost your head. And if you died in there, then you died in the real world. So, crap. What was leading me into all this? How all of that stuff back then is now happening. Stuff in that movie is able to come to pass now. And
And think about how they can brainwash people with those tools too now. They could bring you into a whole new world.
They already do. Xbox.
Teach kids about these things that they're trying to teach them in school. You know, some of the things we can't talk about on the show, obviously, but I think we all know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm really afraid for the next generation and what's going to happen with them. And already, just parents that don't watch their kids on the internet and things like that, the dangers that they're in.
I'm doing this event and for Halloween, and we have a lot of cast members. Well, we have a couple cast members that are children, and then other kids. They heard the ad and they all came out. And I'm just very adamant. I'm very happy that you applied, but I need to speak with your parents. Right. And there's one other little girl who wants to be a singer. And so she had heard about me before, and she was like, look, I heard you might be able to help me in the music industry. I said, well, let's sit down with your folks. Okay. Why don't we do that? Because that way I can point out some pitfalls and the reality of the industry that you could have the opportunity to do well, and you could have the opportunity to make a lot of money, but you need to, at your age, be fully aware, and your parents especially, and they got to be on top of everything. So she was all like, okay. And so I talked to the parents, and they were like, yeah, we would be interested in hearing your knowledge. So I'm very, very protective of kids.
So am I.
So when I hear stuff like what you say, we're not going to talk about, it gets under my skin. And a lot of those people use symbols. Now, see, as the lady would say, we're coming back around.
Yeah, right.
Those those pricks, they use symbolism, and they do it in a way to where it's attractive to children and to parents that think it's innocent. And when that FBI paperwork came out and showed all the symbols that was used in that realm, that world, that's when my floodgates opened.
Blows
memories,
my mind.
Because all the years in the entertainment industry, seeing these symbols all the time, never thinking anything of it. And then
some of it's like in Disney, like some of the cartoons and stuff. You pick it up. It's like,
unfortunately, yeah. But it's an almost.
The kids don't know about it. The kids don't know, which is good. But
it's heartbreaking when it comes to Disney, because we all grew up at Disney, and I have a lovely friend here, Audrey. She knows. Anyway, we're not going to talk smack about the mouse because we love Audrey. But anyway, someone made a comment about the Beatles being the first boy band. They were. I mean, John Lennon and Jim Morrison and all them. Jim Morrison. You guys know the background of Jim Morrison and his dad?
I do not know that, actually. I've heard rumors.
Check this out. So they the Doors and the Mamas and the Papas and all them, they were in Laurel Canyon Valley, I think, or Laurel Valley in California, which was filled with alphabet agent families and high military official families. And each one of those bands, all their family were moms and dads were top secret stuff, or alphabet agency or military. Well, you're gonna love this. What are the Doors? I mean, what do you think their music? What do they stand for?
I honestly don't remember.
Well,
I never really listened to them much.
They were against the war and a lot of. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'm so freaking old.
Actually, I'm older than you. And I just didn't listen. I wasn't into the Doors.
It was anti-establishment kind of stuff. Hippie stuff, right? Well,
that's what I was going to say. Was it like hippie free love or something like that?
Yeah. Take lots of drugs, all that kind of stuff, and great music. But his father was Admiral Morrison, the head of the Navy. He was the guy that asked to start Vietnam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I did
not know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He was part of supposedly not the Montauk, the ship that supposedly was taken down but wasn't.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was the
I got Montauk
Phoenix Project. Phoenix Project?
No,
not Phoenix.
No, it was a ship. It was just a ship.
The Philadelphia.
The Philadelphia.
No.
Philadelphia Experiment.
No, yeah. God, we are so far from Vietnam right now.
It's the Philadelphia Experiment, though. Right?
We're back in the States. Hey, do you know what? Okay, check this out. So, the U.S. Eldridge that was used in the Philadelphia Experiment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was Hey, while I'm saying this and probably sticking my foot in my mouth, Rick, could you look this up? USS Eldridge, was it a submarine ship?
No.
Okay, let's see.
Because there were ships that looked like a ship, but they could go down.
Let's see.
Back in the early days.
Cannon-class destroyer escort.
Yeah, because it was a destroyer. It was a cannon.
Oh, it was a destroyer? Okay.
Yeah, it went with an aircraft carrier.
Well, then my theory on that went out the window. But
and it says Philadelphia Experiment. That was the one.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking because maybe they wanted to try it there, but what if they use that technology and they learn to dial it in to where they could levitate and all that stuff? And if you wanted to go into space, you wouldn't want to take the Eldridge. You'd want to take a submarine, right?
Right.
And a submarine, a submarine could look like a rod ship.
Well, a lot of the secret space program testimony talks about them converting submarines to, anti-gravity craft.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of that's true, but
well, the whole entire space program began in the Air Force, which then birthed the Navy. So
along with a bunch of Nazis, but hey,
they
got it. Yeah, and there's actually a great show. It's maybe 18 minutes, a short film on Netflix. Oh my God, you'll have to Google it to find the title, but it's an animated flick and it's a true story. Check this out. So during World War II, a bunch of Jewish refugees that escaped all of that nastiness, right, came over to the United States, joined our military, expecting to go back and fight, right? Instead, they were put on a bus and driven right down the street through Washington, D.C. to some backwooded area where they had this, what looked like a country club. And this country club, they were told there was no rank. And, I don't think they gave their last names or whatever. And there was no handcuffs. There was no jail cells. But this was going to be a prison camp. And it was all of the paperclip guys that they brought over who were still in their Nazi uniforms. They were just pulled off the battlefields or, out of their wherever. And for months, maybe a couple of years before they actually got NASA off the ground. And the guy that started NASA, he was there as well. And so all of these Jewish American soldiers were having to basically be almost like butlers to these guys. And they had to take them Christmas shopping in town, and people would stare because they were talking in German and buying lingerie and all kinds of weird stuff. Great show on Netflix. Check it out. It's some history that just was discovered because the location just recently got named as a national monument, or one of those kind of things. So they were able to interview some of the last guys that were alive. Crazy stuff. Sorry, we're talking about Nazis. Great show. Just want to share with everybody. Onward we go. Back to spells.
Back to spells. Back to spells.
We got to stick to the title. So, and I got to catch up here on the chat.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
Have you ever been hypnotized yourself?
It's been attempted once recently. I don't know if I was in the right state of mind or what, but I didn't feel anything happen because it was for me to quit a habit, and I haven't quit that habit. So,
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
no, just kidding.
No, really, I did. That seriously, that's what I was doing. To like bust it down to at least like 2 or 3 a day instead of like a 24-pack.
I really didn't know it was a problem, but that's good.
No, and admitting is half the battle, right?
That's right.
So now I just got to go apologize to everybody. I don't know about what is. So, but no. Seriously, all these words, the Bible, music. I mean, think about, and I love the American anthem. I end my show now with our anthem, U.S. anthem, and I love it. But I also feel it is a form of mind control. It's getting us all patriotic. It's one of those things. That's why I say words they're spelling, they're casting spells, and we all do it. And most of us do it unconsciously. Now, am I wrong?
But I also think we're. Oh, so go ahead. Sorry, I'm so used to just.
I was trying to be the talk show guy. On to you. Now you.
Yep. Sorry.
Go ahead, Malia. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you.
Well, I'm really excited about the topic because for me, it's something I have thought about to the point where I had to come up with a solution to figure out how I was going to speak English and not cast spells. Because our entire language, every bit and piece of it, from the way that we write it, every letter, all of it is about casting spells. Mm-hmm. So really the only way around it is to advance past the English language, which would be go back before the English language.
Straight to the thought process?
To be what language was before English? What language was English created out of?
Latin.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Latin and Greek, essentially.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but to go back and figure out how they combined Latin to Greek to make English is where Hebrew comes in. Hebrew, it pretty much unpackages all of it. So in the end, the only way to do it is to be able to learn what the proper or the original alphabet was and understand the true meaning of every word because of that. And when you can do the numbers with the sounds, with the pictures, and have a whole concept with one letter, then that's how you essentially overcome. And that's the same way that the Kabbalists do it. It's the same way magicians do it. It's the same way any kind of alchemists who are truly casting spells with the English language, they have to learn the Hebrew to do it.
Yeah, because
so that's kind of like sort of hiding the message, right? They're sort of hiding the message behind.
Yeah, so they're exactly.
Language.
They're making a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing casting spells, and
they do that in law too, right? They do the same thing. in law.
That's what I was saying with the title in law. Law. Whenever they place a law, that is literally an invisible barrier to tell that makes us go, oh well, that's not allowed. It's like this invisible energy or fear that is created with words. If you do this, you'll be killed. You'll be at something bad. It's amazing what words will do.
Yeah.
To some extent, there's good behind that too. Like you don't want, you want certain rules and laws in life, words that describe that, and we don't want to be a lawless society.
Oh, I'm
Right,
not
but
saying,
aren't there
but
the
I'm saying
basic
that
laws of the universe? Don't those exist? The common
Yes.
laws that are
Right.
applied to everybody around the board?
well, you say in the universe, I mean, or here on Earth, because here's the thing. When I was talking about here in doublespeak tonight on that certain speech that happened, it was doublespeak. It was saying, we're gonna have to do this, and see, I can't quote because I watched it live and then I tried my best to forget as much of it as I could. But it's like they preach peace, unity, no more divination or dividing of us anymore. But then they turn around 5 minutes later saying, these people are bad. They're crazy. They're going to just bring us the democracy down. This is a democracy. And then I sat there and I thought, now hold on.
We're not a democracy.
Hold on. I sat and thought, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to this republic in which it stands, one nation,
constitutional
under
republic.
God, not Satan. It's indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Okay. So this whole you're gonna kill the Sorry.
We can blurp that out later.
Oh, it's live. I mean, YouTube hates me already. So,
me too.
Yeah. Well, did you hear what they did to Brooks Agnew?
No.
They axed him completely from YouTube to where he can't even access to watch videos. He can't even do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you mean like when he's not signed into YouTube, he can't just go to the website and watch?
He was like erased. And
by his IP address.
Yeah.
He can get at it with the VPN though, probably.
Oh, he's like a rocket scientist engineer if he hasn't figured it out. But just he had so much stuff there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
wow.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Someone said poor Val Kilmer. Did he just go? Did he pass already? Or is he here still?
I have no idea.
You know who Val Kilmer is, right?
Barely.
Yeah, I know who he is, but I haven't heard anything about
from
him.
Top Gun. And by the way, I finally had my pedals taken and I got to see Maverick Top Gun. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad I bought it. I'm gonna be like it's gonna be like ritual every Friday night. Gotta watch Maverick. Let's reenact it. It's just have you seen it?
I haven't.
No.
Have you seen Top Gun, the original?
Oh, you mean the original? Yes.
Okay.
Not the new one.
So the original was awesome, but we know that there was a lot of they were in fake cockpits with green screens and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Not this time. Tom Cruise made sure all the pilots in the show all had to know how to fly those jets, and they did it for real with IMAX cameras in the cockpits, so that when they're turning those, that's Tom Cruise doing that shit, just like he did in Mission Impossible with that helicopter. Anyway, digress. Not really. Tom Cruise movies, they cast spells. Just like the Beatles.
They do.
Look, women drop their panties like that. I mean, come on, and it's okay. I wish I could have that power. make me the next Tom Jones. Anyway.
You need a better last name, dude. Better than Jones. Not better than Skinner, but better than Jones.
Yep. Okay, hold on. I haven't kept up here. I need to let me put these up here because people were asking, oh, your ship vanished, but it came back. That's good. Okay, so where's that one? What's the name of the show? What is the name of your shows, guys? Malia?
You mean my show? Oh, good.
Yeah, you first, Terry. Go ahead.
Oh, my show The name of my show is
Get
Get Esoteric. Get Esoteric. We're out of Boston. And,
Get Esoteric.
Get
All
Esoteric, yeah.
Cool.
But that's with a Boston accent. That's why she translated.
That's right.
So when are you on?
Translator.
When are you on?
I haven't been on a lot lately because of the whole YouTube and Facebook banning stuff. So I'm trying to get back into it again. But hoping to be on, once or twice a week. Coming up soon.
All right. Great enthusiasm. I'm really hoping that it'll be a badass show, and I hope you check it out.
Yeah, man.
Because Malia, your turn.
Well, my show is just my name, Malia Grimm, and I am getting, after about a month hiatus from vacation, going to Scotland and doing all of that, I'm now just kind of starting, hopefully next week, I'll get into full mode, and then I will be doing 5 days a week shows, but also I'm kicking off for Kalispell, Montana, which is a first for our area. I'm super excited because the response has been, wow, huge.
Did you just say cattle? Did you just say cattle spell?
Kalispell.
Kalispell? Mm-hmm. Of course you're going somewhere. We're talking about spells tonight. You're going to something that's
where I live.
Oh, you live in a spell?
Yeah, I live in Cali.
I live in a spell.
Oh shit!
The spell of Cali on top of it.
Is the real you with us right now?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no, it's the most paranormal place I've besides Scotland, as far as the United States goes. Here, Whitefish, Montana, or Glacier National Park, is huge for supernatural activity. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm launching with my show, is paranormal investigations here in the area. So I've got a team gathered together, and we're gonna do it.
And you went shopping and got some stuff, so you're gonna catch it.
I did. I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna do a big, huge unboxing of everything I got, and because I went to Scotland and got training on how to do Scotland way of paranormal investigations. And then they gave me all kinds of tips and stuff on different equipment. So I came home and got that equipment, and it should be here on Tuesday. So I'm excited.
Dude,
is it shipping from Scotland? You ordered it from
Some
there?
of it did. Some of it shipped from Scotland because it's handmade, custom-made stuff.
And
my
she
ghost
was there.
box.
She got to go to Scotland.
The ghost box.
Yeah.
My
I've
ghost
seen those.
box is handmade from Appy Droid. And they're so cool. I love ghost boxes. They're one of my favorites.
So now, how does that work exactly? It picks up frequency, obviously, some kind of frequency, and they map it to language, or do they actually sort of construct?
Kinds.
Do they construct the actual possible sound of the entity itself, or
No.
is it just sort of a representation?
Well, in theory, in technicality, depending on the ghost box. See, there's some kind of ghost boxes that have a word bank, and they pull from that word bank, and it's just constantly scanning and moving and stuff. And then the spirit would pull from that word bank and push that word through, is the idea. But the ones that I'm using uses radio, AM, FM frequencies, and it's constantly scanning through the frequencies really quickly.
Cool.
Then it picks up that white noise and stuff. So you do get some reverb from the AM, FM sound local radio, but you can tell the difference between that and when a spirit is actually using those frequencies to speak through. Because when they speak through, it's a really, really low sounding voice. They'll come out with names. One thing always for sure, you never hear the F word on the radio, right? So when a spirit uses the F word through the ghost box, it's like an automatic. That was
him. That's a good point. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Also, if you're asking questions and they're immediately answering you, I've seen that happen.
Yes.
Where it's it's no way you can question it. It's like what you ask can only be answered at yes or no or whatever.
Right. That's what I like doing, what's called glass work for that, or sometimes people call it light work, which is where you take a shot glass and you put a tea light candle inside of it, and then you turn the shot glass upside down, and then one or two people barely put the tip of their finger on that shot glass. They kind of energize it. It's a little bit like the Ouija board, but it's only yes and no questions. And so if there is a spirit present, it will, and I have footage of this. This will be part of my uploading, where the spirit is moving.
Time out.
The glass.
Hold on. It is only yes. When you're like, is there a spirit amongst us? No.
No, they. And the glass moves.
No, I'm saying.
No, wait, you're here, so.
You get that one.
What are you?
Ghost.
You see what you see the shirt.
No, they do.
Today?
It's so much fun because they have all these different personalities too. I've encountered some that would not answer to a female voice. They would only answer the male voice in the room. So the male was like, okay, put the glass back in the middle of the table. And the spirit would put the glass back in the middle of the table. If I told the spirit to do that, totally ignored. The glass would not.
Girl, I only do what my man says.
I think you have to go past the 1800s before women were answered.
Well, see, I was talking with a ghost who we believe was King Edward the First. So that was at the Bannockburn house next to where William Wallace and Robert de Bruce were murdered. Wow. So we were talking to some very, very old ghosts at that time.
You must learn a ton about history then, local history.
Oh, yeah. I love history and archaeology. Actually, one of my very best friends is head archaeologist of the Kootenai National Forest. And so I get lots of tips and stuff from her about things that's going on that nobody else knows about in Glacier Park. And so that's a lot of fun. And we have a lot of native here. So we have Blackfoot and Kootenai Indians. And
do they talk about the missing persons cases? Like remember the movie Missing 411? Skinwalker Ranch and places like that.
Well, that's down in Utah. And that's technically, Skinwalker is a really, really rare, very super kind of type of Native American tribe that Native Americans could, Navajo Indians could turn into. It's a type of witch. So they would have to perform certain rituals, really, really bad stuff like killing a family member, to even start learning how to become a skinwalker. And then once they did join the skinwalker cult or witchhood, they were never allowed back into regular life again.
Society again.
Yeah, we only have two real photographs of skinwalkers.
So what you're saying is skinwalkers are actually a cult that they're like some of those religious cults where once you go in, you never come out.
You never come out. And they are very high magical. Very high magical. They can do things.
Oh, and transform. I mean, yeah, you got to be to do all that morphing.
Serious stuff. And we're not sure if they transform or if they're able to call other entities from other dimensions and bring them through portals.
Or do they have the ability to manipulate us to change what we see?
That too, because they definitely have that ability. I mean, that's something that's known in the Native American to be able to do. So. They definitely have that one for sure.
So what is it when Indians see, let's say, a coyote, and they look at that coyote, they're like, that's not a coyote, that's a skinwalker. Yeah,
no.
What is it? Yeah. What is it that they know to look for? That's not a real wolf.
It's light around it. The light that it emanates.
Like an aura?
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting. Oh my God, Rick, you need an air tank, bro.
Put a helmet on.
Oh man, I'm out in space.
Shit.
Can't breathe. Who kicked him out? No, wait, he's in his pod. It's fine. He's in his pod.
He's in the holodeck, kids. He was safe the whole time.
Safe the whole time.
It's the holodeck. Oh man, you had me worried, bro. I was like, he's not wearing his gear. He's
I thought I was feeling a little winded.
Yeah, I really think this could be fun. We could have up to 10 people on StreamYard. So I'm thinking we got some others that have spaceships. We should do a Federation meeting every Thursday night.
That would be fun.
Or Friday night, and just talk about the week's thing, kind of like the Today Show, but with multiple people and probably just as funny.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
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 That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah.
Gathering of the fleets
with all of that
Glacius and
enthusiasm.
Falcon. And...
I know. It's just gonna be a lot of fun. I feel like I'm a goth kid again. It's okay. It'll be fun.
Don't be that excited. Good,
just simmer down, bro.
Chill out.
Calm down. Have a fruit juice stick. All right.
We didn't have those when I was a kid.
Oh, the little popsicle
the push
things?
pops.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
Okay.
I mean, come on. We had to eat our ice cream out of toilet paper rolls.
Oh, now that's actually a pretty damn good genius idea to save money. I mean, it's not something that's gross because it's always on the sterile because it's got it's just covered with toilet paper, so it's wouldn't be nasty. And then you sit there and that's a great freaking idea because that's what they were anyway. They were just cardboard, but they had a company logo on it. Holy shit, man! I could have.
Pun intended.
Yeah. I could have sold that stuff instead of lemonade. I could have sold lemonade bars out of my. Oh man, dude, that is a brilliant idea. That is a brilliant. Frat houses. Frat houses can make a lot of money, raise a lot of money from frat houses because they got toilet paper rolls because they use them for other things. So,
Doc's gonna put his address to ship them to at the end of the
show. Hey, there are people who can put their used bathwater in a bottle and sell it. So come on, we can do this.
Yeah, like celebrities, right? They'll sell anything they touch.
Oh yeah,
it's a thing. It's a serious thing.
Here's something I would here's something I think I would really like to do. If I was able to have somebody, take care of the babies and whatnot, I would travel, and I would want to do a documentary on I don't know if I want to say our generation, but our generation in doing this. Does that make sense? People that have been doing this the past 4 or 5 years, that have been coming up, do like a documentary, for a momentous sake of us, so that maybe 5-10 years they're like, that's how they got started. Something like that.
That's how they tried to get started.
But then we all started working together, and we all started helping each other, and
we came together as an army.
I think that's what we're going to do.
A peaceful army.
A virtual army.
Virtual
mouthy army that like to talk a lot.
There we go.
That's right.
Let's see. As long as you don't try eating the toilet paper roll. No, because when it's frozen, it's already got that cool cut that goes around it. You just Rick's got it. You just peel it off. Yep. And see, that way you can save your kids from symbolism and casting spells through advertising. So we haven't even dabbled in advertising, which I really don't want to. But it's a big thing there.
That's just more of the same, Doc. More of the same.
Yay, Lisa.
Yep, Lisa's here.
Making money and brainwashing people.
True, it's true, and yet it goes on. And I feel like it's really hard to describe, but it's like I don't drink, so it's like me going into a bar and everybody's drinking. It's like I can see how stupid they are. When the next morning they think they were the king of the shit that night, But I know because I was sober and you were a dumbass.
That's my life every night, pretty much.
Oh, cute.
Oh God.
So that's how it feels when all the people that are still just under the spell, and
right,
and I hear people say things, and it just feels like regurgitated headlines. That's all they got.
Or they're just talking about sports, and that's all they care about. It's like there's nothing else in their head.
Hey, man, right?
Right
about now, I'm not a sports guy. I mean, I played sports growing up. I worked in the professional NFL. I mean, I wasn't a player. I worked for Jerry Jones, but I'm not a big sports fan because how it can take away from people in their family life and whatnot. Some families do it all together. I get that, but yeah, it's. Where was I going with this? God damn it! Come on, I got co-hosts. Tell me you were paying attention.
You were talking about how sports can distract you, or I don't know. That's what I was saying.
It's right before that. I know it's like 2 pages back in the script. Damn it.
I'm stuck on the Flintstones advertising for the push pops now.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry.
You know, I would pull that up and play it. I'd pull it up and play it for you, but if you notice, I didn't even
tray.
That was the best.
Tips over.
Freaking love the Flintstones.
But what sucks is I found out I've been getting flagged every night on top of everything else with my my Mad Max intro, or not my Mad Max, my Max Headroom. And I was going strong for a long time. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's so short, they're not going to give a shit. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know where
and then I just don't monetize. I just don't monetize. I just don't care. You know, I'm happy with my 14 people live right now, and we've had more today. But yeah, because I can sit here and I can read their comments, like right here. I can put up Claudia's comment, see, and it's not zooming by in the chat room. I'm cool with that because it's more intimate, and you guys stick around longer, which you have, and I love all of you. Have to leave. Oh, and then you say you're leaving. God damn it, Claudia! I was just sitting here pumping up how fucking awesome my viewers are, and you sit here and you. But you put some.
She
really
bails
cool,
on us.
She bails, but she leaves us with some mystical symbolism, hieroglyphic
look at all
things
that. We're gonna have to
and I'm gonna have to decipher that.
Now.
I mean, it's probably by the time I figure out by the alien head, I'm probably gonna be possessed by something like
put
a
your
beetle.
heart.
I don't know. I'm just kidding, Claudia. We're just playing.
But wait, is it a banana or a moon?
It looks like a slice of cheese, so it's probably the moon. that or I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of. Or it's Chester the cat, and you can't see him except for his mouth. Alice in Wonderland.
The Cheshire.
So see what I'm saying, Claudia? You're messing with my head. I haven't passed hieroglyphics class yet. I don't know. I mean, I got the peace, love, night, thumbs up.
I think it was whatever was the first thing up on our keyboard there.
I know smile. I know sad. I know holy shit. You know, I know the basics, but when it gets into all these different hands and symbols, and then you get all those flags. Jesus Christ. Who knew we had so many flags? And then you got that, and then you got how many color hearts do you need, for crying out loud? It's supposed to be red, at least blood red. And I'm sorry. Holy
green,
shit.
Blue, beige.
They are turning on 5G right now, and I am just going over the handle right now. What the hell?
Are they really turning it on?
No,
in your neighborhood?
I'm it's my Friday, bro. I get to be stupid.
Oh, okay.
I don't drink
in my city.
No. They do have it here, and I really did. I think that might have had something to do. I'm guessing. I can't say for fact. Okay, I'm not going. Oh my God, this is what happened, because I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I was feeling really, just like dig a hole, bury me now feeling, and then it was gone by mid-afternoon.
Do you ever follow the Schumann resonance? The Schumann.
That's what Brooks Agnew said it was. He said because something with the resonance.
Yeah, it really. I find that when I'm feeling that way, I go first thing I check that, and I'm like, sure enough, it's like off the charts. Most of the time.
Well, I've never checked.
Or it's gone flatlined. You ever seen it do that, where it's just completely black and there's nothing being recorded? That I don't understand. I don't think anyone could explain that when that happens.
Does it happen often?
It happens not very often. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen on occasion. And when it does, it's just everyone feels off.
It's true. Yeah.
Wow. How does she do that? Magic, most probably. Reba's here. Welcome, Reba. Good thing we're going a little overboard tonight. We're talking about how words are basically spells, hence the term spelling.
Okay? And if you want to take it to the next level, thoughts are things. Thoughts are things too, right?
It's the second hour. Bring it.
Let's go. No, I'm saying
fire all torpedoes.
Even your inner thoughts, the inner voice that you have, is a form of brainwashing, or it could be a form of, wow, what happened? It got really quiet.
She's probably sneezing or something.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
well, yeah. Was she
Turning
sneezing?
on more lights.
Because it was weird. Because I had sort of a background sound there, and then suddenly it was.
I think that's her fan or her computer, or the fan in her computer. I don't know.
Oh wait.
Anyhow, so yeah, so you could take it to the next level.
Thanks,
and
Ryan.
Say that your inner recordings or the inner voice that you use is also a form of, symbolism, if you will, or for the individual.
And let me tell you about that inner voice that a lot of people hear. Some people say that they're crazy for having that inner voice. They actually have technology, and I know this for a fact because there was a gentleman that used to live next door, the house that I had that blew up years ago. He lived next door, doesn't live there anymore, but he was working on these flat speakers. I mean, really thin and flat, and they were directional. And he was using the technology that they use for the L.Rats, and he would tell me about all this, how it can like heat up your inside so you just disperse quickly, kind of thing.
Yep.
But God damn it, I just did it again.
You're going with the L.Rad, heating up.
Yeah, it was before that. That was just an expression thing that it is a real thing.
It was
inner
voice.
Yes. Here we go. Okay, so in New York, this was probably over 10 years ago. They had up on this tall building, they had these speakers that were directional, and they would point at a 10-foot gap of sidewalk on the side of the road. And so anybody that would walk down the street, once they came into that kill zone, they would hear, they're here. Look up. And it looks up, and it's for the A&E channel for some ghost show. And you can only hear it right there. And there's no speakers or anything because it's coming from far off distance, right?
Wow.
So that technology is there, and it's used in marketing.
I swear that happened to me at Disney once. Something like that.
Well, no, I'm sure it is. They most likely have. They're on top of technology at Disney. Skylar Powell, bless you. Thank you very much for your $2. I so appreciate you, and I appreciate you hanging with us each night. Thank you so much. Reba she's hitting the wow factor. If you go back and listen to the beginning, we're talking about, well, we kind of digressed on a few things, but we kind of stuck with it. And Paige is going, okay. I wonder if I don't know. Pop,
that could have been against anything.
Oopsie. Oh, and there's the oopsie. Okay, cool. So yeah, music, radio. I mean, even motivational speakers who've really got it down know that with the power of words and the word, I mean, the word you select can be very, very powerful, and it can be good and it can be bad. You can make somebody's day or make somebody's life by telling them you've got a promotion, you've got tenure, here is your new baby, boy or girl. Congratulations on your graduation. Just and that does something to a person in a positive light, and that's a beautiful thing. But I think we are being overshadowed by a lot of that goodness with a lot of darkness that people need to just wake up to it and be aware, because this whole thing with the politics, the way I see these people, they can't think for themselves.
That's right. They need CNN. That's their brain.
That's the mother computer ship.
That's right.
That's where our hive mind.
The hive mind
gets all of the information at once. And it's just headlines with no details, so no one can screw it up. But yet when we ask them, well, why are you doing that? Well, I'm not going to talk to you. I don't want to do this interview anymore. I mean, every time. Every time. As we say in Texas, bless their heart.
Yeah. Bless their heart. I know what that really means.
Off topic. Stock up on water and food. Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? Okay. We're gonna break away just for a moment. We're gonna break away from the topic. I do kind of want to bring something up I brought up last night. What do you guys know about McAfee? Do you know much about McAfee?
That's antivirus software? No, just kidding.
Well, no, he was.
I mean, I know he was.
He's the creator of it.
A lot of people think he's not dead. A lot of people
well, guess what? He supposedly has popped up.
Are you kidding me?
No. On Rumble, and it's Ultra Nuclear Maga Force Q. This is what I've been told.
And that's totally something he would say.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
Very eccentric.
He posted 1, 2, 3 posts, all within 4 minutes. There might actually, it looks like there's more. Not just the screenshots, only these 3. And they're getting a lot of hits, a lot of thumbs up. I mean, not too many, right? At least in this image. I'm going to pull it up for you guys.
Because you're showing pictures of himself?
No, it's what he has repeated in this. If this is McAfee alive, which I feel, I think he might be, because he had the money to fake it. Where's the button? Oh, here's the button. Check it out. Forward message from Love Wins, and this is from other people that are all forwarding the message. On September 3rd, don't go near any people.
I can't see that. Can you zoom it a little bit?
And any V'd people.
Oh,
anybody that got that, stay away from them on the 3rd of September. Could this be the rise of the zombie apocalypse? Could the people we love that have gotten these shots be turned overnight tonight within 24 hours? And are we going to be left?
You know, they could have at least done it during the week and not on the weekend.
No. Think about this. Think about this, Rick.
Okay.
The Vatican, the Pope recalled all money in the Vatican.
I heard that. And that's freaking me out.
And it had to be done by August 30th, which is 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Why did all the money get recalled back to the Vatican Bank? From around the world, they had like 1,500 businesses.
It could be that they're privy to the new quantum financial system that's going to be put in place.
Now, or we'll do both sides. Either it could be because they're going to go digital. They're going to go digital. They could be doing that, or they're going to give them all, solid gold or something, to make up for it because they know something might be happening, and they've always told us. They've always said that if it's going to happen in all the X-Files shows and in the movie monologues and shit, they always say if they're going to do it, they're going to do it on a Friday, a holiday, and they're going to call it a bank holiday. And it'll be like a 4-day weekend. Well, guess what? It's tomorrow.
A 4-day weekend.
And the Vatican has recalled all money and
on
assets
the 30th
by day before yesterday.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
I'm totally hiding. I'm hiding.
Yeah, I'm an M&S.
Peekaboo.
I'm sorry. Let me. Sorry, dude. There we go. Elise, you got your face.
There she is.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm an asshole.
Totally I was a little worried that she was gone there.
Let me get out of this. So that was sent to me by Kathy Bennett, one of my viewers, and I was like, well, what the hell is this? And she goes, it's McAfee's new site. And I'm like, what? And she goes, he's alive. I'm like, holy shit. Now, I did see a video, and I don't know. It was just recently released like a few days ago. And I think it was on TikTok because he loved TikTok. Mm-hmm. But it's him. It's something I've never seen before. So that's why it's new to me. But it's him in a tinfoil room with computers and an assistant. And he's doing a TikTok about, this is what you got to do, people. You got to have, tinfoil on the floor
like
everywhere.
Faraday.
That's exactly what it is. It is a Faraday cage. Yeah. So if you were to fake your death and you wanted to be able to broadcast the world, you would do it out of a Faraday cage.
That's how you would do it.
I went on my phone was having a charge.
Oh my God, Doc, that's new to me. I didn't know about
I'll send that. I'll try to send that video to you. Or hold on. Just had a thought.
If you can find it, that would be fantastic.
Let me see something real quick. If she had sent that to me or not, I'm not sure. She did. She did, and I'm gonna play it because he's dead, right? I mean, he can't sue me, or we're not copyright. So let me do this, and then I'm gonna have to turn on my speakers so you guys can hear it on the microphone because my computer won't let me stream the audio for some reason. So let me change the output here. So it might not sound perfect, so I apologize. Oh, it's already on. That's cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna screen share this, and I'm gonna make sure my volume's up. You guys see it?
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know if this is new. This was sent to me.
It looks like he's older in this picture.
Yep.
A little bit.
Okay. You would too if you had the world after you. Right. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna play this.
People are asking what this cage of tin foil and metal is all about that's around me. It's a Faraday cage. A Faraday cage is a cage which emits no signal, and no signal can enter.
Can you hear it okay?
And you can see here.
Yep. Sounds good.
Around.
Jesus, man.
Including the floor, all metal, and the ceiling. Why am I doing this? Why am I going to this trouble? Oh, in addition to the Faraday cage, we have an 8-channel scrambler, which you can see here, I hope, which prevents any signal from getting into this room or leaving this room, just in case the Faraday cage fails. Why am I doing this? Because I am an escaped slave. A slave to the system that escaped, and I have a loud voice. You think you're not slaves, but you are. The 9-to-5 existence of your current life is structured by the American industrial corporate complex, complicit with our government. You need to free yourselves from this, not as me. You don't have to go out and risk yourself by speaking out loudly, but free yourselves. This is not what life is. This is not what life is. Life is a great mystery, a glorious, unbelievably mysterious, beautiful existence if you are free from those who control you, provide you with propaganda, lie to you, deceive you. Everyone is looking for this escaped slave. I will not be found, and I will continue to speak. Thank you for listening.
Wow.
People are asking what this...
Okay, so, all right, now Reba is like, who is this guy? All right, Reba, this is John McAfee. He's the creator of the McAfee antivirus software. Very, very wealthy.
Long story.
Long ass story. Has all the money in the world. Lived a crazy island pirate kind of life. Well, they kind of, I would say, planted some stuff on him because he's brilliant. And what he did is he gave free laptops to secretaries in political offices all over the world with his spyware software in it. And he had, Pelosi as well, had all of this stuff on everybody that, he could hack into anybody and get whatever info he wanted, right?
Actually, he had it sending the data back to him, which was clever. Which
yeah,
is very
but
clever.
you know, he had a dead man switch in case anything happens to him with all of this information. And so when the powers of be discovered this, you know, they went after him. So he was on the run and stuff. Now, this video could be from back then. It could be. I'm not saying it absolutely is new. I'm saying it was new to me. It came to me. I've seen a lot of his videos. I hadn't seen this one.
I've never seen this one either. I've never seen him that protected, you know?
Yes. But the fact that he has this new site, I think it's on Rumble, called Ultra Nuclear MAGA Force Q. And he's posting like crazy saying, beware of September 3rd. Now, we have all survived millions and millions of ends of the worlds just in the past 30 years. It's like every week we got something's going to kill us all. If this if this is really him, I would truly be somewhat concerned. Because like I said, with what the Vatican knows, what the Pope knows, that caused him to recall all money and assets back to the Vatican bank by the 30th, 2 days ago. And then, this is being announced. Yet we're all being distracted with this double speak presidential crap. Oh, let's hate the guy that used to be here. I mean, it's just, it's hate, Trump. Let it fucking go. If you're going to do that, fine, do that. But don't turn around and tell us we all have to get along. We can't be divided and we need to be able to understand and appreciate. No, you want people only appreciate what you have to say, what your agenda is. It's such double speak and people fucking believe it.
They really do.
And I'm sorry, really I'm a little riled up, but it shit pisses me off because I would like to think I have more faith in humanity, but you dumbasses are losing that faith by just not opening your eyes. I want to be a lemming. I want to be a lemming. No, I'm sorry.
Doc, we all feel your pain. We all feel your pain. We live it every single day. We see it. It's like, when is enough gonna be enough?
Oh, shit. When is enough gonna be enough? Hold on. God damn it. Say something, Malia. I'm so sorry. It's just
she's on mute.
Let's do this.
It's totally fine.
No.
I don't mind. I think it's funny.
It's not fine.
I think it's funny.
There we go. There she is.
She's on board.
In all her glory. All right. So guys, if you want something up on the screen or a question for us, please put @Doc and then your comment, because I'm gonna, most of you guys are just talking to each other. Elise is asking, provide link. Can you provide?
To the video, Doc.
Which video?
Oh, the McAfee.
That I don't know because it was sent to me through private messenger.
It's not a link. It's an actual video.
Hold on. Can I? I mean, I don't know. I can't do that because that puts you in my account. I can't do that. Damn it. Is there like there's not a share button here? Of course, because that would have been convenient. Yeah, I have. So it's a private message. I don't know how to get that. It won't let me do it. Damn it. Anyway. So yeah, folks, if you want to come up on the screen, that's how we'll do that. But this is a good. I see the statement. The Vatican claims ownership of all humans on Earth. Oh, they do they?
When did they do that?
By way of the crown. The crown is their like right hand operative. And,
right.
We talk about, we have law over here in the United States, right? But it's the British accredited registry, right? Why is it the British accredited registry? The bar.
Well, no, all the registry. Right, what all that is that. Well, they report it all to the church that keeps track of the whole family tree kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And when people started, like in the movie Idiocracy at the very beginning, where you see the redneck just say, "Woohoo! I'm gonna, do you and you and you," and he's got like 50 kids in 10 years. the church realized that we were getting stupid. I think it was probably right after the whole hippie generation, the free love movement, and all that. That the church was like, we got to do something. And then eventually the internet came along, and they're like, hey, let's do this DNA testing thing, And then boom, everybody's sending in their DNA. Bam,
I knew better. I'm like,
that
no
was
way.
The Mormons. The Mormons do that.
Oh, they do.
All
Well,
Mormon.
this is all worldwide though. People are doing that.
It's all connected though.
But it's
right?
Mormon. Mormon is worldwide.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying though
the
but
DNA testing,
the family DNA, family tree or whatever it was called, that was all a thing of the church to help them because it was becoming too difficult to keep track of everybody and putting everybody into the tree line.
It was an agreement between multiple different agencies.
Right. That's why there's
governing bodies.
It upper level cabal, and there's their little minions.
Cabal,
everywhere.
yes, yes.
There you go.
So, let's see. We did that. We provide a link, and then who's stupid pop-ups? Aussie Tigers here. Aussie, another Aussie. I'm sporting the Aussie hat tonight. Yep. I can't wait until we can get to a point somewhere. I'm not going to say when things get back to normal. That ain't ever going to happen. But gets to some point to where we can travel without so much restrictions.
Free enough.
I think it would be badass if we got some of these great shows all together, our shows and like Third Phase and Rex Bear from the League Project and all, and we did like a 1 month tour where we would go to, let's say, South America for a day or two, and then we go to Africa or Europe. And just
you are describing something very specific that already happens. Well, there's a tour. You can take a boat to Scotland. It takes 6 days, and it stops in Africa, or South America. It stops in all these different places, and takes 6 days to get over to Scotland by boat.
How long are the stops? What's the layover times?
Like a few hours, I think.
See, that's where it's going to be an issue. We'd have to make sure that if we were going to do something, we'd have to do. It's like Brooks Agnew when he was going to do the Inner Earth expedition that I was going to be on with him. He was going to do a dry run, see how long it would take to get country to country until we got to the ship, blah, 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 blah. Then COVID happened. And then everybody hated Russia. And, it's a Russian nuclear ship, so it didn't look good. I mean, I have Russian friends. I got friends in St. Peter, but they're all indoor skydivers.
I work with Russians every day.
Yeah, I
yeah.
Vladimir?
And that's a thing. That's why I say the media is broadcasting stuff that they've spelled that are being recited off a teleprompter and regurgitated to the world and the masses.
It's the cabal's controlled narrative.
Yes.
Coming at you in every possible way. Through music, through news, through literature, through everything.
Yep.
It's all shaped. It's there to keep us against each other, basically.
Cool. Skylar says they are trying to get us, the public, to fall for the beautiful magician's assistance trick. The Vatican has been involved in some stuff, amigo.
Stuff.
There's a political smokescreen. I mean, they have their own. They're their own world in the Vatican City.
Right.
And I would never. I would
Top
never
of
be
the food chain.
That is the one. It's one of the few topics I don't go too far about or too far into, or at least broadcast, because they don't do chances. It's like either they like you or if they don't like you. That's it, and game over. So I do my best not to. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Spaceman says he likes Russia too. Yeah, Russia. Actually, I part of my movie Fly. It's a trilogy, and it's not made yet, but we were going to before COVID. The second one, we were going to do a lot of shots in St. Petersburg with one of the world champions that lives there, and do something really, really cool. So it was a bummer when everything went down the way it did. Rachel has a question for Rick. Do you have a YouTube channel I could subscribe to, or just a .com?
Yes, I do. It's called Get Esoteric on YouTube, and every place else. When you're talking about Rumble, it's the same thing. It's just Get Esoteric. So if you're on Telegram, it's Get Esoteric. It's everywhere it says Get Esoteric.
Oh. I screwed up. What is that? You got motorcycles going on in the background.
Oh, that's her computer.
Yeah.
No, that's motorcycles.
Oh.
Yeah. They were like every single night around this time they run that highway and they just get going. They get excited.
So that's not the flux capacitor of your ship?
Actually, wait, it's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I'm in my motorhome, so yeah, it could be that.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Spaceman says Putin is the only one that is telling the truth. He's had a very bad history. He's done some really bad things before he became in power. But like all politicians, they're bad people that sometimes can do good things. I don't know. I don't live there, so I let them deal with it. Steven Seagal, he can too. Okay. Oh, Skylar, thank you so much. Holy crap. Thank you so much, Skylar. It's so nice of you. I appreciate it. I should be now at 156 or 166. So I'm almost at the 200 threshold. So I'm excited.
I think you're at 166. I think
you're 3 years in the waiting to get this first batch of super chats. Dude,
it's so hard not to just throw that last 30 in there.
I just feel like I should just take that 200 and I don't know what to do with it, but I want to do something for the show.
Buy gold.
Slowly creeping up there.
You're gonna buy gold, right?
I did, and gosh darn it, no, I was gonna show off my silver today.
Oh, did you get some? Good job.
Did you just misplace your silver already?
No.
Well, if you want to use that term,
or forget where you put it.
I know
it's just temporarily.
I think it's in my quarters. Missing. I don't think it's in the bridge area.
We might need the spirit box for this.
I hope I put it.
Get some help.
Let me break it out. Just a sec.
Yeah, they might be able to tell us.
Oh, hey, Ryan Burns says, great topics tonight, guys. Possible war with China and Taiwan this weekend, too. Oh, great.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Weekend seems like a ticking time bomb, Mob, for sure. Russia rocks. Oh, wait, I didn't say that. Wink, wink. Aren't we all supposed to just say what we stand with Ukraine so we don't get labeled as traitors? Ryan Burns.
Wait, that's actually really intelligent right there.
That's very intelligent, yes.
Brilliant. Anytime you want, anytime you guys want, you got some good verbiage you want me, some good spell casting you want me to cast, send it to me and I'll do it with vigor. Yeah. Shit, the take two didn't work well. All right. So yeah, Get Esoteric is in the chat room. Oh, I thought you were doing the. Well, yeah, there you go. Get Esoteric, so they can just copy paste it. Great.
Yeah, on any of the platforms, I'm pretty much out there.
Yeah,
even some of the weird ones like Brighteon. I have stuff there, but I don't really put everything everywhere. But
yeah,
it's true, Spaceman. YouTube takes a huge chunk.
They do.
They do. Where is this? Oh, here we go. I just because I'm a transparent individual.
I'm curious why they make you wait till $200 though. That's kind of weird.
It's got to be they're making money on every penny, so the more they're
investing it.
Okay, so here we go, folks. Yeah. Hold on, let me just make sure there's nothing critical I don't want to share on here. Just making sure it's not showing any vital information. Okay, all right. So here we go. Now I'm going to show it. So everybody that's giving me money, just so you know, this is where we're at. So I've gotten a lot of views in the last 28 days. That's like a huge upscale. But you see, it's like up and down, up and down. That's kind of like, it's my life. You're seeing my life in visual form on a graph. That is my life. So yeah, my estimated revenue is 151.60. Okay. I'm straight up just letting you guys know. My audience is returning viewers, which is awesome. New viewers is kind of low, but that's great. I got you guys, the committed ones. Now the revenue, my estimate is still $151.60. Now RPMs, whatever the hell that means, is about 44.30. Payback based is $7. So I guess I'm giving them more money. 37% less than previous 28 days. But I will say you guys have been really great the past 30 something days. 266% more than the previous month, which was basically nothing from there on. I mean, there was a little spurts here and there, but that is it, folks. Let me see if I do. This is just August, actually. Let me show. Oh, here we go. Let's do lifetime. This should be funny.
Most of my life I've been flatlined. That's
with little tiny blips here and there, and when it got good, right?
But that doesn't count the things they erased too.
From
right.
yeah.
Their
since
numbers
July
are still not real.
Hold on, dear. God damn it! You're supposed to say something. Stop
Gives
hiding.
me a chance to hide.
but yeah, if you look from July 24th, 2016, 4 years or no, 6 years, I've made $431.58. I think this was right here.
That's way more than some of us.
2020, yeah, 2 years ago was when I.
Damn.
So God bless those people right there. I know, dude. And people are like, but you're on third phase of movies. I go, that don't really matter.
It doesn't seem to matter.
I get a lot of views on third phase, but not here because I'm bottlenecked. I'm shadow banned, and that's but I'm getting to see who my real friends are. So there you go, folks. All of you that have been so kind, Skylar and everybody, we're almost there. Now this is over 6 years. This isn't the 30 days, so because they pay you 30 days. So we'll just do 90 days. It says I've had 207, but they keep taking money out, so I always stay under that $200 threshold. So there you go. I still don't know how you pay. I don't even know how you get paid out yet. I'm still working on that.
They mail you a check.
Yeah. Is that how they do it?
Mail you a check.
Well, let's see. That's crazy, but yeah, it's Hospital War over the weekend. Are you guys ready? You got all your stuff ready to go?
Ready as I'm ever going to be.
Hey, I've already had to go through the bug out bag scenario.
Yep, I got my bag.
I started all over with
weapons.
only just the bug out bag. So
that's how I started too. Yep. And I actually got my own little Faraday cage I made with an aluminum trash can with lid. And then I took a yoga mat and I sliced and diced it so that it went around the inside on the bottom and then one in the lid. So when it's sealed, it was good and tight. And that's hold on all my electronics and stuff
I made a lead lined box too for cell phone and electronics. Yeah. It's a good idea. It really is, especially for batteries and radios, for CB radios. So that way your CB radio will keep on going after the.
Very true. Very true.
EMP.
Holy moly.
I don't have anything like that. I need to think about that because I do have the two-way radios.
You don't have your bug out bag yet?
For the two
no, I have the bug out bag. I just don't have the Faraday cage for my electronics.
So go to like Home Depot or Ace or some hardware store, and they're usually used for like ranches or for the ash in your fireplace. So it's a small, aluminum trash can, 2 feet tall, and you just get a yoga mat from Walmart or whatever, cheap, or just foam, and just line it with the foam, and then put your items in there in plastic bags too. That helps to just keep it from dust and bugs, but it should have a good seal on it. And that's really easy. Now, if you've got other things that are bigger, like you have more items that would fit in that, then go get an aluminum trash can. You might need to buy 3 yoga mats to line it all. So Put all that together, make sure it has a good, nice seal where the lid comes down, so it's foam to foam. You don't want any spaces there. And that is a good do-it-yourself Faraday cage, a quick one. If you want to do it really hardcore, you can do like what we saw in the video with McAfee. Oh, by the way, Reba, McAfee died supposedly. You know, the pictures, everybody questions the pictures. It wasn't him that they pulled out of the prison or wherever it was they found him.
Yeah, it totally didn't look like him.
Yeah, it didn't look like him at all. His ears were different and all that. Because ears seem to be a new thing with conspiracy theorists. Have you noticed that? Because everybody does have a unique ear print.
And it usually doesn't change. It usually does not change.
So the whole thing with, you know, Brandon, his all, I guess, lookalikes, it's for the trained eye, it's obvious. It's just obvious. So, but anywho, this was a lot of fun. You guys up to doing this, like, you know, every now and then or every week?
Sure.
It's so much more fun when there's somebody
fun
here to keep me in track. So, let's see. Okay, here. Wait. Well, we still got to technically have some minutes. I mean, because we're going to end up doing 2 hours.
Good question.
What all do you put in your bug out bag? You know what, Reba? That is a fantastic question. And I think the best way is if I do an episode where I have my bug out bags. I have a variety of multiple bug out bags
for
different scenarios. And here's the thing: a lot of people are like, "Well, the bug out that's for crazy people, for conspiracy theorists thinking, you know, doom and gloom." No. All military.
What about floods?
Floods, you know, you get flood. You have flood bug out bags. You have fire bug out bags. You have tornado and earthquakes in California. Earthquake kits. You've heard of those? That's a bug out bag.
Right.
Something that has food, water, clothing, communications, light, warmth, you know, like I said, something to munch on to keep your energy up.
Compass.
The compass, exactly, for direction. And that's
paracord.
A must. Yeah, paracord. There's a bunch of things, but sometimes people, and I was one of them, kind of overdo it. They think because they live in a world that everything is here at you just, you know, grab. Okay, I got this. But when you're running for your life into the woods or whatever, you don't need half that shit, even 3/4 of it. So you can bust it down to basically a backpack where you have 2 or 3 changes of clothes, a jacket, food, water, compass, communications, water purification tablets, you know, your canteen, stuff like you're going to go hiking that you would want. You want to have bear spray if you're going to be in the woods, you know, your gun, extra ammo, medic bag, you know, all these different things. But sometimes you gotta know how to dwindle it down for certain locations or regions that you're in. I mean, are you gonna need a bigger bag? You need like a big, I'm going hiking for a month kind of bag, and you've got tents, you've got your cold weather gear, you've got your stove, you've got all your dehydrated food and all that. So there's a variety of bug outs. Yes, learn how to hunt.
Learn how to skin that deer too. That's very important. What to do with it, because like you can get a dead deer, but if you go and like poke its bladder, you've ruined all your meat and you can't get any meat out of it.
I try watching the videos and I can't get through it.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh, I've skinned so many deer. It's not that bad.
Maybe I'll have to get you to toughen me up a little bit and show me how to do it.
It's not, you know, the hard part that really is like when you have to get the saw out to get the head off. That part is
God.
All I can say is I strongly and firmly believe that every person on the planet has their job skill sets. And everybody should respect other people's job skill sets. Mine is not that. I will go on stage and try to make you laugh. But you get to skin the deer. You know, if I have to, I will take one down. It's just, you know,
Yeah, if I had to, I would
had
figure
to.
it
I've
out.
had
But
to do
I need to
it
figure
when
it
I was a
out so I
kid.
know I can do it right. You know,
Well, I did it when I was a
screw
kid.
It's
something up.
really
just-
not hard. It's just,
You know, when Thumper
there's
went down
only
because
one way to do it, really.
you take a 5.26 and you put it through the ass of a rabbit and you see him trying to hobble with it. It traumatizes you as a 9-year-old. And I'm like, and then my dad would catch fish and I'd be like, yay! And he put it on the ground and start slicing it up for bait. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's sushi. What the fuck's sushi?
I remember the first time my dad
he would have put me
forced me to skin
permanently.
fish. Oh man.
No.
That
I
was
can clean
horrible.
fish. That I can do. I can clean fish. I was raised, to do that. Fish off the west coast. I'm okay with that. I don't know if I'm racist against fish because I think they stink. Or they're always staring at you when you're working on them. And it just gives me the EBGBs. I don't know.
The evil eye.
But
you gotta cut the head off first.
Yeah,
really
get the face away.
This show turned around. Are you happy, Reba? Are you happy we answered that question for you?
Maybe we need to have a show on that. Maybe we need to have a show that talks about survival skills and the steps on how to do some of these things. And
dude, I held a survival prepper expo up here.
Oh, did you?
It was scary. Audrey's back. Hey, let's say a little because Rachel's saying good night. Really enjoyed the show tonight. Everybody have a great night. Good night. Well, thank you very much, Rachel. We'll see you next week. Everybody's saying that. I guess we've worn everybody out. I can handle a dog, but oh my god, 2+ hours, holy shit. No, I get it, everybody. That's because some people are, they have to get up for work or something to that effect. See, Audrey, she's one of my crew members. She does all the. She's kind of my Guido. So
Audrey.
If I need a Wookiee, to get straightened up and put back in line. Audrey takes care of it for me. That's what she does. She goes, if I'm bugging out, I'm heading to duck. See, she knows. She knows right there. Let's see. We're going to talk about more Bambi. Oh my God, the deer have been genetically poisoned. Yes, that's another reason. I don't like to eat. I used to love
some
to
of
eat.
them, yeah, but not all of them are like that.
But now I'm so scared of everything that's in food.
Can't you tell if a deer has mad cow disease?
Yeah, I've seen
like all
them
flopping around.
They kind of walk around in circles. It's just like the cows that have mad cow disease.
Eat those.
You don't go kill those ones and eat them. No. No.
And see, that's why I say when the shit's a fan and I'm hanging out with Kevin Costner and the Postman and we got a cool little village in the woods, there's going to be a dude that knows that shit inside and out and knows what to look for and make sure it's all, and that's going to be Chef Gordon or whoever, right? That's their job. I'm going to be the dude that's going to try to make you laugh. That's it.
That's assuming everybody's going to be good coming together. Like, I think we're going to see chaos in the beginning where people are stealing from each other, they're trying to rob each other, get their stash of all the food that they have and all that kind of stuff. That's why I don't stash too much stuff, because I'm focused more on how am I going to survive. If it gets to be that bad, I'm not going to stick around. I'm going somewhere in the woods and set up camp.
And that's why caches are really good. If you do have land or something somewhere, get out there with a backhoe, dig a hole, drop some of those good husky strength plastic containers that are thick, and you can lock them up. Get your storable food in there. Get blankets and clothes and first aid and weapons. You want to have that. Just watch Red Dawn, folks. Just watch Red Dawn. You'll get it.
So Audrey says she's not a meat eater, and she's going to be looking for nuts and berries. Okay,
and so
that's a good point. Now, a lot of people don't know foraging. So I have a foraging book that I'm going to be taking with me in my backpack, just so that I have something to identify plants that are edible too.
Yeah, you don't want to eat something poisonous.
Right. And you can't eat just meat either.
No, that's true. And if you can get to a point to where you can start gardening, you can start growing vegetables and fruits or whatever, to avoid that. And because you grew it, you want to make sure you don't have radiation or anything near the soil. And if that happens, you want to make sure you dig at least, Rick, is it 2 or 3 feet down
Up
you have to
north
get rid
here,
of all that soil
it's
because
3
of the
feet
radiation.
here.
3 feet, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little
Nice.
tidbit of info in case you're out there, because you don't want to start planting and stuff that's full of radiation, and then you just everything you eat radiation, and you just set yourself up for disaster. Let's see. Never thought more about Aussie's Tiger says, I never thought about any of these things. And that's the thing. That's the thing, Aussie Tiger. You're not alone. There's a lot of people, because people get wrapped up into their worlds, their jobs, their lives. And sometimes that's just enough for them to deal with in life. So taking on things that we take on can be overwhelming. And we have a saying in our world, people that sometimes they're brand new, they're getting their cherry popped, they're virgin to all this, and they talk to someone like us, and we think, oh, they've been in the game for a while, and we just start going off. It's going to be overload, and they pop, and that can be really, really bad. So, you're not alone. You're being aware. You were meant, Aussie Tiger, to watch this show tonight. You were meant to see it and click on it, and to hear this information if you've never thought about it, because maybe this is I don't want to throw, I don't know what you believe in, but in my sense, it would be like God was sending someone to tell me something. So maybe spirit. Yes, there you go. The spirit has moved me to do this. So it's in you're that one person. They say, if I just affected one person, if I just helped one person, there you go, Aussie Tiger. It can be you tonight, because you didn't think about it, but now you're going to. That seed has been planted. You're going, every time you go to the store and to the hardware section, you're going to be looking at things differently. You're going to look at rope differently. You're going to look at pulley systems. You're going to go to the camping stores. You're going to be looking at things a lot more differently than just going on a weekend trip. You're going to be examining this stuff. You're going to be watching FYI videos on YouTube and whatever, to learn about bug out bags, just that in general by itself, which is a very big, important first stop. Now, you're not thinking about these things. I'm going to suggest looking into, now the things I'm going to suggest are things that cost money. I don't know where you are financially or whatnot, but a lot of us, we've been doing this for years. So we kind of, grab one or two things at the store that we store up, and over time it does build up. But if you do have the means to get things, I would say get like a year supply of storable food while you still can. Get some silver. Silver's really, $18 an ounce. I bought these quarter-ounce coins that were $25 because, of course, the guy at the gold store, he's got to make his money. But I have those. And like many others, hope to have more, and because that will most likely be the currency, along with bartering with alcohol, with medical supplies, with clothing. I mean, anything. It's going to be like a nationwide garage sale when it comes to merchandise. We're all going to, or a flea market. It's going to be like a big flea market, basically.
How much can you carry, though? That's the whole thing.
And so that's where priorities.
So you can only go so far,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anywho, hold on. We got some cool things here. Let's see. You need a thermal interrelate your body heat like a fire blanket to hide from thermal imaging cameras as well. That's true. Where did that come into the conversation? I'm lost. Did we talk about this thermal?
Oh, we're talking about survival. I think a lot of people go to the cold climates,
Yes. The thermal blankets are amazing. They're so multi-purpose. Back when things were, certain things were illegal, growers would use those in the attics and staple them with copper. I think it's copper side up. So that when police helicopters would fly over looking for heat lamp signatures in attics for like grow rooms, it would reflect it and they wouldn't see anything. So that, and they're really great to keep you warm in the snow. They look like they won't, but it does hold in your body.
They do a great job.
And they have sleeping bag ones too, so that if you're really I would suggest that too.
They have ones that are these little portable tents that are like that, made out of the same material.
Nice.
For emergency.
Well, you can actually, some of those you can actually use it as a tent too. You just fold it differently.
All right.
Because they have, I remember on the bag, they have like 4 or 5 different pictures of things you can do with it.
Yeah, it could be a sleeping bag / tent or whatever.
Blanket tent.
I have all that stuff in my bag.
Water
my
catcher, is a great thing. A water catcher. And it folds up into your pocket. It's really small. It's really big when you unfold it.
Right.
All kinds of stuff that maybe we should do that.
Yeah, if you're near the ocean, desalination.
How
to desalinate water, like stuff like that. Like I don't even know how to do that.
Well, mostly you can get a life straw. Get a life straw. You can put it into sludge and and it comes in clear. I actually haven't tried it yet. I'm waiting till.
Does that work on salt water though, or does that work on?
I think it works on salt water too. It pulls in. Okay, yeah, you're on the coast. That's right. That's a good question. Look up life straw and see if it does. That's a good question. I never thought about that because I'm never near the ocean.
I think you have to distill it. I think you have to run it through a distillation system, which is really not that difficult once you figure out how distillation works. Like you can do it off a campfire and a stove and a piece of tubing.
Right.
But you have to learn how to do that, and it's kind of a learning process, learning curve. But it's worth it to learn how to distill water because you can use that for everything.
And Audrey's saying kind of the same thing. We need to start a community garden on the Pariah, the ship. If the replicators go down while we're in another quadrant, we're screwed. She's true. If our luxuries go down, we need to know how to do it back to the grassroots level. So
we need
take
a
so much
greenhouse
for
on the
granted.
ship. I'm seconding that. What Audrey says for the greenhouse in the middle of the Pariah.
Right. Well, guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight and everybody in the chat room.
Thanks for having
all the
us.
Crew members. Thank you so much for hanging tonight for 2 hours. 2 hours. Wow, great show. And maybe next week we'll do this. It's gonna be crazy next month for me, but I think we can pull it off and talk about I don't know whatever the hell we want to talk about. Well, I mean, if the View can do it, why can't we?
Exactly. What's
so
the
thank
view?
you and thank you.
What's the View?
What's the
I'm just
view?
kidding. I'm joking.
Skylar, thank you very
That'd
much,
be
as well
nice.
as for your super chats tonight. I do truly appreciate you and everybody that came along. I'm just checking to make sure I don't forget anybody. Rick, Malia, you guys are awesome, and I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this. This is so much more fun than
It's always
being
fun,
on
Doc.
my own. So, all right, everybody. For those that know, I'm going to say adieu. Remember, as long as we all lift each other up, we will all rise together. I'm Captain Doc Skinner on board the Starship Pariah. This is the Doc Force, and that's Malia, and that's Rick Mackey. If you got your hats on, it's time to take it off. Good night, everybody. See you all next week.